Start your week with a triple shot of good vibes. This is the Project Joy podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Thanks for joining me. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday. How's everybody doing this morning? I am tired this morning. Can I get a raise of a hand if you are tired as well, so that I'm not alone here this morning? I hope everybody is doing amazing and well, and glad you are here today. My name is Jessica Dugas. I am your host of Project Joy Live, and I'm super happy to see you this morning. As always, it is Monday, August 2nd, 2021, and it's a great day. It's a great day. I'm tired this morning, as I mentioned, but it was an eventful day yesterday. We rescued a cactus, people. Things I thought I'd never say in my lifetime. We rescued a cactus. I brought it show and tell style this morning. An actual cactus, people. So what had happened was, we were out playing Pokemon. So I have to start out this story with a little shout out this morning. So I actually see them. I see one of two down in the comments right now. I have to give a little shout out to Nightcore, and I also want to shout out to Omar this morning. So I mentioned before on the show that, speaking of which, Omar's here this morning as well. Good morning. Good morning. So we play Pokemon as a family. I've mentioned it before. Pokemon Go, on your phone where you're like chasing imaginary creatures around the city. Yes, it's fantastic. So it's something that brings us together as a family. It's me and my husband and our 6 children, right? Well, some of them are not children anymore, but here we are. And so we're in a group called International Pokemon and on Discord. And it's been awesome to get to know people around the world. And Nightcore is actually new to the group. The group's run by the fabulous Miss G. And so I have to give her a little shout out as well. But we have, meeting people, having a good time, just keeping it light, having fun. And so the whole story of this cactus is that we're out chasing Pokemon yesterday. And while we're out, my husband pulls the car over so we could, get a raid, which is where you go get the Pokemon. And we're looking on the side of the road, and my daughter's in the back seat, and she says, "There's cactus on the side of the road." And I'm like, "No, there's not." I mean, I know it's warm here in Alabama, but you typically think of a regular cactus as being, in a desert. Like, we're not in Vegas. And so she's like, "I want it. I want a cactus." And my husband's like, "Okay." So he gets out of the car and goes over to the side of the road and gets the cactus. There were several little tiny ones growing on the side of the road, and several of them looked like an animal had been eating it or something. But this was one that had not been eaten, and he literally got out of the car after getting his Pokemon and got the cactus from the side of the road. So things I've never thought I'd say in my life of I'm getting a cactus on the side of the road while getting Pokemon, of all things. Okay. So it's one of those things where I never thought I'd say it. And here we have a cactus now, and my daughter's thrilled. She's like, "My dad got me a cactus from the side of the road," So it's fun. And those are things that, memories that we'll have forever. What's bringing you joy this morning? If you're joining us in the comments on Facebook, YouTube, please use the comment section and let us know what's bringing you joy today. And I want to remind you that you can also go to projectjoypodcast.com at any point during the show, projectjoypodcast.com, and click the join live button. And you can actually come on screen with me live and share what's bringing you joy today in your life, or a moment of gratitude to shout out someone in your life that is, you're grateful for, that you're thankful for, happy for, and all of that. So you can do that at any time. Again, that's projectjoypodcast.com, and you can click the join live button and share what's bringing us joy. I am expecting that some folks are going to join us for next segment, because I know they are, and it's going to be good. And we're going to continue to give some shout outs, but please use that comment section if you are not coming on live and sharing what's bringing you joy today, so that we can share it live on air for all the people. I have no idea how to say your name, but hello and good morning, and thank you for being here. Also, I see Judith Finneran in the audience as well. Don't you love my cactus? Well, it's technically my daughter's cactus, but it's adorable. And thank you, Miss Judith. It's good to see you here this morning. And of course, the shout outs I made before, we have Nightcore here, and who's also Marco. And I'm gonna refrain from the polo jokes. Marco Polo. And then we also have Omar here this morning. Good morning. Good morning. And I know that there's some other folks out there that are my quiet ones or my drivers in the morning. So good morning to you. And also good morning to everybody that's on E360 TV, our partner platform that you can view on your Amazon Fire TV, your Roku, your Apple TV, and all of that good stuff. So good morning to you guys as well. And if you'd like to comment, head over to Facebook, YouTube, and all of that good stuff. And Nightcore is joyful for that shout out. So that's awesome. Thank you for being here this morning. As always, in the next segment as well, we're going to dig into, we've been talking about the Duke University study on happiness. We've gone over the first 4 things. There were 8 factors of happiness. I'm trying to pull up my graphic that I'm completely unprepared for this morning. But we've been talking about the 8 factors of happiness. It was a study done by Duke University. And I thought it was cool to bring up a study, because a lot of times when we see studies, especially in the news right now, we're not talking about the most positive of things. And so I thought a study on happiness would be something fun to focus on. And so there were 8 factors that Duke University came up with in order to, quote unquote, increase your happiness, increase the happiness in your life, which we know also ties into the amount of joy that we experience. And so we covered the first 4 things over the last 4 episodes, and we are digging into number 5 today, which I am excited to do as well. And have all of that coming up for you next segment, in addition to some special guests as well. Special guests coming up next segment too, and some special announcements, which I'm excited about, because today is a very special day and you're going to find out why. So we are going to take a quick break, hear from one of our fabulous sponsors, and we'll be back in just a moment for more Project Joy Live. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Brandon. And over the past year, the Delight Cafe team and I have traveled across the U.S. researching this rapidly growing industry of CBD products. What we have found throughout the industry were products that were inconsistent in dosage and used ingredients that weren't even lab tested. Products with chalky textures, bitter aftertaste, and worst of all, confusion among the CBD consumers. That's why we created Delight Cafe. A 15 milligram, lab-tested, all-natural, water-soluble hemp CBD powder pack. It's odorless, colorless, and tasteless. Add it to your favorite drink of choice, wherever, whenever, on the go. Quickly find your calm, your balance, and your delight when you need it most.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and please be sure to visit our friends over at delightcafe.com. And speaking of delightcafe.com, I see a delightful face behind the scenes. I see a couple delightful faces, one of which looks like a Care Bear, but looks like may possibly have the face of Grumpy Bear this morning. I'm not really sure yet. We're going to have to find out. We're to have to find out in just a minute. I want to give another quick shout out to some more friends joining us this morning. Hello, Miss Ford. It is good to see you. Great new week and happy Monday. Thank you, Miss Cheryl, Miss Ford, Miss CK Ford. By the way, visit ckford.online to check out Miss Ford's books. And she's got more coming out. She's writing 2 right now. And I think what happened is I told her, I'm going to need a whole shelf for your books. And she's trying to live up to that right now is what she's doing. So thank you, as always, Miss Ford, for being the overachiever that you are. And we're going to get all your books on an entire shelf of Miss Ford's books going on over here. So we're talking about Duke University study on happiness, 8 factors of happiness this morning, but we also have to find out from some folks, what's bringing them joy today, because that's the name of the show. So I promised so this is what had happened yesterday. I promised a certain Nightcore, AKA Marco. I said, listen, I know a guy who wears onesies. And when we do your shout out, I'm going to have to get him to come on in a onesie and do the shout out. And we had this whole conversation about it. And I honestly don't think he believed me. And so I said, literally, no, he has Care Bear onesies. And he said, don't tell me it's the green one. And I said, I swear to God, it's the green one. And so then I literally 10 o'clock last night, I'm like, you have to, you don't understand. And so he doesn't even know why he's here either. Because it's synchronicity, people. Do you understand? It's synchronicity. Please welcome back to the show, my friend over at Delight Cafe CBD, the green Care Bear Brandon himself, Brandon Croucher, is here this morning.
Good morning. I have been moving things around. So even my desk, you're seeing, this is my childhood bedroom you're seeing right now. Yeah. I'm moving things, and the thing that I'm on right now is a huge dresser, and it doesn't fit to where I was hoping to be able to have a standing desk. So you're literally on dresser drawers with a light above me. And I'm like, and so Grumpy Bear might not be what I was trying to look like, but it was like, what the heck? Why is this camera like this? Why is this like this? So yeah, I'm here to be Care Bear Brandon. What is this, Lucky Bear? Like, I go get lucky a lot? I don't know. Like,
well, I mean, you tell us what that means, Care Bear Brandon.
I'm hoping it means money's coming in. I hope it means like blessings are on their way and all that. Oh my gosh.
It matches our cactus.
Do you have more than one? Because then it'd be cacti's.
No, were you on here this morning to hear about the story of the cactus, or to see my Facebook post yesterday?
So no, because just let's leave it at no. Like, it's been a morning. I woke up early to be on and get ready. We had no power. I'm running around. Didn't see that coming.
Thank you, Miss Ford.
I'm running around going, why is the Wi-Fi out? Why is the power out? And then all of a sudden, everything turned on with TVs and everything. And I'm like, what the? And it was like 6 a.m. And I'm like running around trying to reset clocks. And it was just a fun morning. Hey, days like that happen. But guess what? It is the first Monday of a new month. It's August Appreciation Month. So what? I'm making this up. I made it up yesterday.
Okay, have we had the conversation about the fact that I can be very naive sometimes?
No, let's talk about this.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about that. Don't do that to me. You understand? I would have totally gone and told people today's August Appreciation Day, and they would have been like,
well, no. So here's what I did is I put your show up, and then I put for August Appreciation, I'm appreciative of, and then I started putting like you up, and then the other show. And it was just a way of saying thank you to the people that I appreciate the most.
Well, that's very nice. That's very nice then. I was really thought you were trying to pull one over on me on purpose, and we were
There's so many other jokes I can go with.
Oh, like, I know.
I'm just like, how's your weekend been? I heard you had twins.
I So the running, for those of you that are new to this show or new to Brandon, the running joke is that I have so many children, I literally have them while I'm on air as well. I did not have twins this weekend, unless you count, well, I had one this weekend in the form of the cactus. You have to listen to the story, Brandon, because we were, so every good story starts with, so we were chasing Pokemon, right?
Yes.
So we were chasing Pokemon. And we pull over the car, and Nina sees the cactus on the side of the road, like little cactus growing on the side of the road. And they looked like they were being eaten. Most of them were being eaten by something, some kind of animal, whatever. And she's like, I want it. And Phil was like a good dad should, I'll go get it for you.
I love Phil.
Got out of the car and pulled up the damn cactus.
Wait a minute. Did he do it with his bare hand where he's like, that's right, dad hands? Like, is that how he did it?
And then he's in the car like, you got to pull the thorns out. You understand? You got to.
I am so sorry. That is just awful.
This is my life.
No, that is a wonderful thing. Your husband's willing to go put his hand on a cacti for your daughter. Could you imagine what he, like, I would never act up. Like, not that I know if you guys approve of spanking or not, but I would never want to be spanked by a guy who's willing to grab a cacti barehanded.
Or after, having grabbed.
Talk about childhood trauma. Like, you're in your 30s. You go to talk
That's horrible.
You go to talk to your therapist. So why do you think you have this anger towards your dad? Well, it started with a cactus. I asked for it. Now I got cacti ass.
Yeah. No. Anyway, so it was eventful yesterday with that. I'm continuing to feel better every day, which is good. It's interesting though, because I have always been the vast majority of my life really a morning person, 100%. And I love mornings. It kind of goes into this theme with me of I love mornings. I love Mondays. I love New Year's. It's new beginnings. I like the idea of it being like a fresh start. It goes without saying that most people know that I promote the idea that literally any moment can be a fresh start, that you can restart at any time. However, I just love that. I love the symbolism of it, New Year, birthday, Monday, early morning, all of that. So COVID changed that for me. And now the frustrating thing is I'm very much in the mindset. Like when I wake up, my mind is going, yay, Monday, yay, early morning. But my body's going, woman, lay back down.
Yay, Monday, go back to bed.
Yeah, get back in bed right now. So I was doing, hey, Justin is here this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you, Justin. So I was doing TikTok live before Project Joy for a long time. And I would do like a pre-show kind of thing on TikTok live about an hour before. I would come on at 6 a.m. And then I would continue streaming on TikTok while I was live, on the network, and then go on TikTok a little bit longer afterwards. So it would make like a 2.5 hour super early morning, but it wasn't just like, I enjoy interacting with people and I love, starting the week out like that and starting Monday out like that. But, it's a lot like to do that. And so when I came back that first week, a few weeks ago, before I had to take another break, and you had come on that day, and I got up in the morning and I'm like, oh, this is not happening. Like this is 6 o'clock is not happening anymore. And then when I took another break and came back last week again, set my alarm super early, and I was like, this is this is not working out. And so my body is still adjusting to the whole, just kind of, it feels kind of like a new body in a lot of ways, and having to adjust to new things and all of that. And so, I know that I'm hoping anyway that it'll come back eventually, because I really do enjoy my mornings. Everybody else in my house is a late riser. So that my morning is like my sacred, my sacred alone time, and time when I can connect with all of you guys and stuff too. I don't know, the Chad I know was switching jobs and stuff like that. The Chad.
I just picture like Florida when you say that, the hanging Chads.
I don't know anything about that. What are you talking about?
The election back in 2008. Where they would vote 2000. Oh my God, it's been 21 years. It was George W. Bush. They were poking the Chads, and instead of you like drawing a circle or a computer where you vote, they had the Chads where they pushed them through. They were hanging. It was a huge election like thing back in like 2000. For George Bush won the election in Florida because of it.
See, this is an educational show, people, here this morning. Do you understand? Okay, so when I hear the Chad, I think of when on the Chad from hell's the movie now?
I don't know.
Charlie's Angels.
Okay, I could see that. Yes. I
Chad.
I guess I've heard so many political jokes lately. I just literally went political. Wow, I don't usually go political either.
See, I'm trying to keep things light here. All right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Charlie's Angels. And Brandon's like, but George Bush.
I'm a squirrel. Like, I literally live my days going,
oh, we know.
Oh, I know.
We're aware.
Charlie's Angels, the Chad with Drew Barrymore. So
yes,
she was my favorite Charlie's Angel.
Yeah.
And there's no reason behind it. I just always liked Drew Barrymore since E.T.
Yes. Listen, and I have 6 degrees of separation from Drew Barrymore now since interviewing Dee Wallace, because she was Drew's mom on E.T., so that's listen, I have to find out, somebody else is here and I need to find out who's their favorite angel.
Should I go away? I'll come back.
No, where are you going? Get up, back up the stairs. All right, I got to welcome back another friend to the show really quick, because listen, he was on the Breakthrough Show last Friday, and I know that you two are Care Bear kindred spirits. So we need to welcome back to the show Tim Hodgkiss.
Good morning, everybody.
I love it,
Jessica, Brandon. Right?
Good morning.
I didn't know what was going to be happening on the show today, but Brandon always holds it down, so I had to make sure I had my Care Bear.
But I might hold it down. But you had a great episode. I watched that episode on Friday when it went live, and I'm like messaging during the show. I'm like, he is like my kindred spirit. Like I connected with you just through digital. I hope you don't mind. I'm stalking you now a little bit, but it's
no, stalkers are welcome.
You just said that to an attorney, Brandon. You just said, I'm stalking you to an attorney. It's
easy to forget that, right? It's easy to forget that. There's an attorney in the room.
I thought he was a 3-star general. I just thought he was
right. I'm the 3-star general, a couple tours of duty. No. But it blows my mind you guys are talking about Drew Barrymore, Dee Wallace. I'm a huge horror fan. So Dee has been not only in E.T., but she's been like in a number of horror movies. And at the beginning, really, probably a year and a half ago, I had this thing in my mind of, I want to be on the Drew Barrymore show. I want to tell my story on her show. I just love her. And then you guys are talking about her as I'm like, wow, this is nuts.
That's what we do. So I was telling Brandon about had the pleasure of interacting with my youngest daughter this weekend. Would you like to tell them about what my daughter's obsessed with dinosaurs. She's 5.
Yeah.
And tell everybody about the dinosaurs.
So she's all excited and she's getting all her plastic dinosaurs. And I'm doing the adult thing. Like, what is your favorite dinosaur and stuff? And then I'm like, have you seen dinosaur bones like at the History Museum? And she's like, and I go, you can't touch them. And her face is straight as can be, looks me right in the eyes, goes, but what if I wash my hands? And I was like, oh, I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to have to check on that one. Like,
That's great.
thing. I just started laughing. I love it.
And
Awesome.
we were talking about that. The rest of, because I was cracking up. I told her brothers and sisters, and my husband. I was like, she thinks she can touch these bones if she just washes her hand, and she's just smiling, big as can be, running around the house. I wash my hands, all excited. But I was telling Brandon about so. When good morning, Brian Tracy, by the way, did dinosaurs have coffee? We wonder. They did. I was telling him about when I interviewed Dee Wallace, and it was just one of the highlights of doing this show because I'm a big horror fan as well. And of course, E.T. was a staple in our home growing up. And so I was psyched to interview her, but my kids were just as excited because my daughters watch a show that she does on Amazon. She plays the grandmother in the show. Just Add Magic is what it's called. Fantastic. So my girls were so excited. First of all, shout out to Dee because she sent them autographed pictures. Because she found out they were such a big fan. I have her autograph book on my shelf and everything else. But
I'm just going to name drop here for a second.
we recorded the interview and we finished recording and literally pushed the button. And she goes, well, that was great. Now where's the babies? And she was so ready to meet the kids. And so all the kids come in. And all the kids come in. They're literally standing at my window. Can I have a honey bun? So all the kids come in, and my youngest at the time, she probably was about 3 then. So it was almost 2 years ago that I interviewed her, and she puts her face like right here, and so Dee could see no one else in the room, and she's like, "Hi." And she just completely interfaced. And Dee said, that one's going to be an actress. And just completely. And so listen, for anybody that doesn't know, Dee is actually incredibly intuitive. She has a whole business where she coaches people. She has books about connecting with your intuition and all of that. She's very much swimming in the woo-woo pool, as we say, which I love. And I love it. And so that was one of my big reasons for interviewing her, because she has a whole TED talk about connecting with your inner child and all of that. And so, so I'm going to take that as like she called it. I have it on video, actually.
Documented.
So that's my little story about Dee, but she's really fantastic. And it's one of those things where I had her on to talk about the, her book and her work with the inner child stuff and all of that. But it's so fun to get to talk to someone who's like rubbed shoulders with all of these people and, get to hear some stories and it's fun. Are we in space?
Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, really? Is it?
Guys, can we please respect my show? Can you guys, Tim, Brandon, TV, where are we going? Stop this. I can't.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Bad. Guys, we're on air. Turn the volume off. Oh, that's me. Guys, I'm so sorry.
I can't this one. Tim, what's bringing you joy today, Tim?
What's bringing me joy today is both of you. Jessica and Brandon are bringing me joy this morning, and it's going to carry me all the way through the day. I know it.
Got you. Lucky Charms with stare. Sorry,
Flexing that Cloverleaf. Yeah.
That's right.
Flexing.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Listen,
I got nothing more.
Do the Care Bear dance? There's a Care Bear dance? Tim, do you know the Care Bear
I
dance?
don't know. I can make one up. Like, I think it goes something like this. I think it goes something like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this.
Oh, I like Tim's.
I like to get my hips into it, you know?
Right? This is how I need to start every day.
oh,
What better way to start your morning than with this? I mean, come on, seriously. It's second to none.
I told Jessica, I'm going to find her a Care Bear onesie, and this is how this all started. It was a joke, and then next thing I know, I'm at Target, and I'm sending her picture messages, and I'm like, "What size do you want?" And she's like, "Do not buy me a onesie." I'm like, "I'll get it for me. Don't worry."
well, so we're all gonna have one soon because we decided that for Halloween this year we're gonna be the Care Bears because there's 8 of us, so we're literally gonna be a rainbow walking down the street. I'm very excited about that.
Awesome. It's like one of those things. Once you start, you can't stop. You can't stop. But help putting it on.
Hey Tim, I have a question.
Yes.
Have you been able to be sung to by the Dugas kids yet? Because I'm still waiting for. Oh, see, I have this vision.
This is not a thing.
Oh, it will be. I'm going to visit Jessica. I'm going to drive down there, see her and the kids. But when I walk in the door, my vision is all 37 kids are singing to me. And it's like, hello, farewell. And they're just ready to go into it, Von Trapp family style, but the Dugas version.
Von Trapp.
She knows where I'm at with this one, and she has to be able to hit the high notes, the tenor notes. Yeah.
Ooh.
See, I'm here for this. Do you understand? But I have children, teenagers, who would not be so thrilled about this, who would disown me. And that would be the end of it.
If you ask them to do it, they'll disown you. But Care Bear Brandon's asking for them to do it, so
It's a different story, yeah.
And I know how to pick up honey buns on the way down there, so I can bribe them.
Bribery is always helpful.
I'm not above bribery. I'll be honest with you. So we have been talking about, Duke University did this study about the 8 factors of happiness, things that can improve our happiness. Would you guys like to stay for a moment and talk about that with me this morning?
I would love to.
All right. So let me pull up my little special, things that come on the screen here. What do you call them? Banners. Yes. Number 1, we talked about 4 weeks ago was lack of suspicion and resentment. Duke University said nursing a grudge was a major factor in unhappiness. Number 2, we talked about was not living in the past. They said preoccupation with past mistakes and failures lead to depression. Number 3, we talked about not wasting time and energy fighting things you cannot change, to quote unquote cooperate with life. And we had a great conversation about that, because part of my rebuttal to that a little bit is that there's a lot more we can change than we actually are aware of sometimes. And then last week, number 4, we talked about stay involved with the living world, resist withdrawal, and become reclusive during stress can lower your happiness. And that was something that I talked about, how important that was for me while I had COVID, because even though we have all already been sort of locked down for such a long time, it became even more so for me when I got sick, and it was hard for me to not get sucked into just being like, well, I just want to be alone. And so it was good for me to stay connected to everybody. Sort of along the same lines, this morning, we're talking about number 5, which is refuse to indulge in self-pity. It says when life hands you a raw deal, and it says, quote unquote, no one gets through life without some sorrow and misfortune, is a quote that sometimes people say, like, this is going to be hard. This is going to be difficult. No one is successful without, falling first, or whatever, these things that we tell ourselves all the time. So what do you guys think about these 5 things so far? Do you think they're pretty accurate as not doing these things can help us be happier in our lives.
Yeah, I think they're on point. Definitely. I noticed, in the last 2 months, I was kind of not feeling my best, and I started to withdraw a little bit. It's kind of my happy place in solitude, because I just, being an introvert and
Right.
kind of being alone. But I felt like this isn't right. I didn't feel as, getting out of that space, I felt took me longer because I wasn't on social as much as I wasn't connecting with people. And then the minute I put my big toe back in the pond of connecting with people, it's like whoosh, like it just pulled me out of whatever that was, that funk.
Yeah.
And you feel so much better, mentally and emotionally and spiritually. So I think these 5 points are definitely right there.
I actually agree 100%. And actually, in my head, I was thinking of them backwards, and how if you do one, the others fall into place and it can put you in that spot. Like, so if you'd indulge in self-pity, you isolate, you do all these things, it just puts you into a negative spiral. So they reversed the spiral to help you get out of it. And I think that's great, because when you start to self-indulge in pity, you literally just put yourself in a spot where you're putting your mindset at, I'm a failure, I'm not going to do this, whatever it is for you. And that's hard to break when you put it in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're kind of handing your power over to somebody else when you go down that route. I mean, I think a lot of it is empowering yourself and trusting that you have the ability, you have the opportunities to take steps out of whatever funk that you're in. Some of it, you might be sick, or you might have this tragic event go on in your life. Feel that emotion, feel that for the moment, but then don't stay there. Don't use that as a ticket to just hang out there and take that on as part of your personality.
Right.
So yeah.
And we've talked about that before, where it's like, listen, if you want to do that, you totally can. I mean, nobody's stopping you from doing it. But the trouble comes in is when we say, I don't want that for my life. And then we're sitting there in pity. And if you don't want that, then you have to make different choices. You have to do something to pull yourself out of it. And I agree with what Judith was saying too, that there's a lot of gray areas in these. We've talked a little bit about those things throughout the last couple of weeks. So when we were talking specifically about that, not wasting time and energy fighting things you cannot change, a lot of times that's coming from not realizing how many options we actually have. So many people see things as black and white, yes or no, right or left. And there's like the Care Bears, there's all lots of colors, in between, that we a lot of times miss there. And at minimum, we miss the fact that no matter what's going on, no matter what option we choose, we have the ability to feel and process any way we want to. So there really is a lot more flexibility there with options than we realize there are sometimes. This one about refusing to indulge in self-pity, like when it says, when life hands you a raw deal, that was a quote that was underneath this one. And sometimes, we can be kings and queens of creating our own raw deal and then going, well, life. So that part of it's a little tricky as well. Have you guys ever had those moments where you're like, oh, this sucks so bad, and then you go, oh crap, I did this to myself?
All the time.
every day. 5 minutes ago.
What time is it here?
Right.
The thing I always try to do, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how difficult of a situation, no matter how sticky, feels like I'm sinking in hot tar. I've always had this about me, is that, you know what, I'm just going to get through it. I'm just going to figure a way out. And I remember going through my engineering degree where every day seemed like a triumph, just to get the homework done, to meet some obligation with a project. And I just remember myself talking to myself about, I just got to get through the week. I got to get through a day. I get through a day. And so I took it day by day by day. And lo and behold, I made it through. And that sort of resolve, that sort of trusting myself, at least in that realm at that time, got me through. And I still call upon that muscle. I still flex that muscle when I need to get me through the tough times.
I saw Brandon's face when you were talking about engineering, and I'm waiting for it.
I'm trying to think of the proper word. I'm very intrigued by Tim because he has the engineering degree. Then he's a lawyer. He's a 3-star general in his spare time. Like, Jessica,
And a Care Bear.
And a Care Bear, and he has this great personality. He's down to earth. He's funny. My favorite is I don't know if he knows that he has the space moving in the background like this, so it looks like he's traveling through space the whole interview, and I love that. I'm like, dude, I'm jealous of this guy. Like, Tim, where do you live? Because I might just be moving in soon. You know,
I'm out here in Ohio, man, in the middle of nowhere. So you're always welcome.
Where in Ohio?
Akron.
Cleveland.
It's south of Cleveland. That's right.
No, I'm in Cleveland.
Oh, you're in Cleveland. Oh, I had no idea.
Like, that is no idea. Like for real. That's all. Hey, cheers, man. I was down in Akron just this last week. I was at there was a music concert going on, and like a bunch of small bands. I can't remember the name of the bar. Yeah. I need to look it up, but like I'm on my computer and Jessica will yell at me if I go away.
I had no idea we had this type of energy going on in O-Town. Like, this is kind of mind blowing to me.
See, so now there's no excuse.
O-Town.
Now there's no excuse when Brandon comes down that Tim can't hop in the car too.
I got you, buddy. I'll pick you up along the way because it's technically a little out of the way. You're a little more east, but I'll make sure I swing by. Yeah, I'll look for the 3-star general with his thumb on the side of the road.
Exactly, you won't miss me.
Where the flag is flying.
Right, I'll be like, I bet that's Tim. Keep going.
Yeah, works both ways.
Yes, the Care Bear convention. That needs to happen when we finally have our in-person breakthrough show network event. We need to have, like, I don't know, some kind of Care Bear something. You know how people have like those really fancy like black and white parties, you know, after an event. We're gonna have a rainbow Care Bear party.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not racist like that. That's why we have to have all of the Care Bear colors.
That's what I mean. Like, we're not going to have like the fancy, you know, black and white gown and tuxedo party. We're going to be in Care Bear onesies. That's going to be a thing.
Can we combo this? Can we combo it? Like, I wear this with like a suit jacket over it, like a blazer. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be the look.
It would be the look. A gown, like the pink Care Bear with like a, you know, prom gown over it. Dory was saying when life hits you hard, it's a battle with self-pity. And it can, like, you know, when we go through things, it's really easy to be like, God, this just is horrible. And, you know, I had moments over the last couple of months of just, you know, when it got really hard of going, I just, you know, I'm not sure this is going to get any better. And I'm scared. And I think fear does play a huge part in that. I think going back to some of the other things that have been talked about, when you're away from people, when you're disconnected from other people, because when you surround yourself with people like Tim and Brandon, who will bring your vibe through the roof and up to, you know, the cosmos, it's hard to stay down. It's hard.
He did it like so awesome too.
I've lost control.
Travolta. That was like a Travolta.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I'm like, he John Travolted it into space. He's like, cha, cha, ciao. Tim, did you hear what a badass Big D is? Like her husband, Phil, the Big D Dugas.
No.
Oh my God, dude. So Jessica was out Pokemoning and was like, yeah, right there. All right. Like she goes for it. Like, hi, bye, Jess. So she's out Pokemoning, the whole family. I didn't know this was a family thing. Like you just go out and you're like, ooh, and, right? I think I made the wrong noise, but whatever. But then she's out there and Tim's daughter, which daughter was it? I don't want to say the wrong name.
Nina.
Thank you. I was right. Nina, the Santa Maria on that hasn't come out yet, but Nina goes, Dad, I want that cactus because it was being eaten. Right, Jessica? Phil Dugas, barehanded, goes,
Oh.
And then he's in the car going, yeah, you kids better act right.
Oh, that was it?
That's the cactus. Look, you could still see his thumbprint. That way there's evidence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He had the big bear claw.
He did. I wonder how he has these dad hands like that. Like, I don't think I could pick a cactus up like that, let alone like pull the cacti prickers out. Like,
And he didn't even say anything. It was like literally 15 minutes later in the car, and he goes, oh.
There's something in my head. I didn't notice it in the moment.
Yeah.
It was only 20 minutes later.
I'm making my daughter happy.
Exactly.
Is Phil at work today?
He's going to wake up, and I'm going to tell him to watch the replay, and he's going to be like, wow.
I will give you $1 to go run and jump on the bed right now.
No, I don't want $1. He took a new job. And I have to give, while we're on joy and gratitude this morning, I have to give a big thank you to Tim for connecting us with someone who could help us, when we were needing to figure all of that work stuff out and talk to an employment expert and all of that. And so big thank you, Tim, for that connection and helping us kind of navigate that. So he took a new job, and it's quite the drive at the moment, but there's something to be said for being treated really well. And for being paid appropriately and for being respected for what you know and what you do. And so he's had the trek of a drive, but he has 2 days off back to back, which he has literally never had.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
Ever. So I'm not going to go jump on the bed as much as I might want $1. I'm going to let him be, but he will watch the replay and he'll be like, I cannot believe you told me all about that. Mr. Jackson is here this morning. I have to give him a verbal shout out because listen, if you're on TikTok, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson are the place to be. Do you understand? They are the place to be. And then every time I literally see them live, I get, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, in my head. I am for real. Yep.
I was setting myself up to ask that question. Are they for real? Jessica, do you know who Nightcore 4712 is?
I do.
So happy birthday, Nightcore. Like, it's their birthday today.
Yeah, I showed that to you before, but you were on a rant about something else.
Yeah, that sounds like me. I'm a squirrel, like ADD. Jeez.
That's because you guys did the Care Bear dance for them.
I saw the Care Bear dance thing and I got distracted by trying to figure out how am I going to dance in this thing and look like appropriate. Because I feel like I gained weight in it. And then I was like, I'm so glad that you like put these like things about negative. Like, all right, do not Care Bear myself into a corner. Do not talk negative about the Care Bear, Brandon. Like, I just, yeah. And it's so soft. Like, it's not comfortable to be like this soft and petting yourself on air all day. Like, oh, it's wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where the show has gone today. It's gone though. It's up in space somewhere in one of Tim's backgrounds. It's gone. And Mr. Jackson is for real. He wanted to make sure that you knew that he's for real.
Right.
They are the real deal and amazing. And I agree that dads have superpowers. It's kind of cool because moms have certain superpowers and dads have certain superpowers and Care Bears have certain superpowers. 100%. Care Bear stare.
I feel like Jim Carrey.
That's what that is, but I did it.
It's Jim Carrey from Bruce Almighty.
Oh my! Wow.
Now look what you did to me. You're killing me over here.
Brian Tracy is out of control in the comments. So I listen. It's been really good to go over all these 8 factors of happiness. We have 3 more to go that I think are really good, and I agree.
3
You know,
more.
again, with what Judith was saying about it being.
Tim's face. You have 3 more. It's like he's
Not
studying.
today. We're doing 1 a week. 1 a week. We're doing.
Tim's face. I gotta come back for 3 more of these and memorize 8. Oh my god! I feel like I'm back in law school.
Right?
Oh God!
Information overload.
There are 3 more. I mean, it must be so hard to hear about 8 different ways we could be happy. I mean, it's so hard.
7's the perfect number. 8, I just
Right,
think it's
right.
1 too
Out
many.
of control. Out of control. Duke University, shame on you.
Shame on you. Took it too far. Don't you know when to quit? Come on. Really?
Okay, so this is what's bringing me joy today. What's bringing me joy today is, okay, do you see what's on the screen, Brandon?
I retract.
Okay.
Retract my birthday wish.
Retracting it.
So when Marco and I connected
Polo.
yesterday, see, I already had that joke, but you were late.
Oh.
No, but when I connected with him yesterday, and we went through the whole, if you come on, you know, we'll be sure to give you a shout out and all of that. And then I said, you know, I have this friend who has a Care Bear onesie, and then he said it's green and the synchronicity and all of that. Well, I said, just don't tell him it's your birthday,
Yeah, 'cause I use this thing.
because typically there is a whole performance involved when someone says that it's their birthday. And so he was like, that's it. I'm telling him it's my birthday. Okay.
I don't have anything today. I already said it. And you told me it's not. I had to get you all excited for it because I thought it was your birthday. Now I don't know what to believe with you, Nightcore. Like, you hurt me down to the core. Like, this is Care Bear Core Crush. Like, it's a new... But I would sing happy birthday to you if it was somebody's birthday. So somebody else make it up it's their birthday, and I'll sing it because he's already admitted to me that it's not his
Let me
birthday.
see. Actually, this is a good idea. I'm going to look
Okay.
on my Facebook right now.
Are we recording me singing happy birthday random to somebody?
Hell
and then-
yes.
Deal. Got it. Do you guys
No,
know?
you're going to do it right now.
That's what I'm ready
What?
for. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Today is my friend Kelly Fisher's birthday.
All right, guys, you ready? Let's do this. We have different beats. I was gonna fish because she's a fisher. Happy birthday, Corey Fisher. Is that right?
Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly Fisher. Happy birthday, Kelly Fisher. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Kelly Fisher.
Oh, we're Kelly Fisher, I love you. Happy birthday. I know she's at work right now. But
Can you record that and send it to her? Can you copy
hell
that?
yes.
All right,
Yes.
good. Just making sure. Whew.
Dory's is the 16th, so we have to make sure
Happy
that
birthday.
we will be that's in 2 weeks on Monday. That's 2 weeks on Monday. So in 2 weeks on Monday, please come back and sing Dory happy birthday. And Dory needs to come back on the show that day. Also, I want to, while we're here, because now this is going to be a thing. Thank you, everyone. So my college girlfriend, Karen, her birthday was the 1st. Karen DeFranzo, I love you, my friend, and please don't tell any of our college dorm room secrets. And so then we had Kristen. It was one of my middle school buddies. Birthday was August 1st, yesterday as well. And then one of my good friends, Catherine Greider Ward Newsome. Her birthday was July 31st, and she is an amazing nurse and has been holding it down. She's a pediatric nurse, and she was one of the ones that helped with one of my babies when she was born and having some trouble when she was born. So it was very nice.
Did you know Jessica has a baby every 3.7 seconds?
All right. Listen, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back to close out this show. We'll be right back. Maybe not.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every month for exclusive programming, where we invite you to go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I didn't realize how quickly time has gone by today because time flies when you're having fun with Care Bears, my friends. I want to remind you a couple announcements really quickly before we thank our very special Care Bears today. You can join our text community by texting the word breakthrough to 256-685-7092. That's 256-685-7092. Text the word breakthrough to get notifications of new episodes on the network. And then also be sure to join our brand new Discord server. You can go to bit.ly/breakthrough discord, or you can message me and I can give you the direct link, bit.ly/breakthrough discord. Come and hang out with Brandon Croucher, and you can react to different posts there with an emoji of Brandon's face. It's a thing. Anyway, another quick announcement. Today, the early bird tickets are on sale for our event coming up December 4th, 2021, a musical evening of giving.com. A musical evening of giving.com. I'm trying to see if I have my little graphic in here. Yes, I do. There it is. A musical evening of giving.com, featuring some of the amazing musicians we've had on the Breakthrough Show. Make sure you check it out. I want to give a big thank you to our special guests today, Brandon Croucher and Tim Hodgkiss. Thank you both for being here.
Brandon.
Thank you all for watching or listening wherever you are in the world. We have to get out of here so the next people can come on E360 TV, and I will see you next week for more Project Joy Live. Bye, everybody.
You've been listening to the Project Joy podcast with your host, Jessica Dugas. We'll see you again next Monday and every Monday for another episode to start your week off right.